There's tape on my shit! Woo! Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome.
Did you already start this shit?
Huh?
Did you already start this shit?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Welcome to the first ever Mondays! Even though today is Saturday.
Well, we're gonna
we're doing shit. Okay, so what's up, Aaron? Aaron Young?
Fucking living the dream.
Living the dream. And what does that mean? That means... No.
You can edit this shit out. Hold on, I gotta text this guy back so it's figured out.
Ooh, he's texting
I'm
during
also
our
a piece of
first
shit.
fucking podcast ever. I like this setup. This is kind of a good setup.
Do you like how I did the lighting? It's like professional.
That lighting looks like shit, but
I thought it looked good.
yeah. No, okay.
Man, I look like a fucking baby since I shaved this shit off. That's really
Okay,
bad.
but people who might not watch this, he used to look like
definitely not gonna watch this.
He used to look like a pedophile, and now he looks like a baby. So they kind of go hand in hand.
I prefer
Right?
rapists.
Oh, I like not rape. I'm sorry.
You're like, I'm gonna retract this
super.
before I even say
Yeah, let's not do that.
Hold on. He said 5 works, so
Okay.
that means we gotta leave at 4.
4 o'clock. So we got 45 minutes. First podcast ever. Taking some drinks.
This is probably gonna be terrible. I'm warning everybody that's watching this because this is our first shot at this. We don't know what the fuck we're doing yet.
That's okay.
But
We will
we're just
learn.
gonna drink and we're gonna learn on the go. Exactly.
Yep, we're gonna learn.
Yeah.
This is gonna be fun.
So remember that story I told you that I was saving for it?
Yes. Okay.
So-
first story. Let's do this.
So Maxine's birthday. You know Maxine, right?
I do know Maxine.
You have a hair on your fucking.
That's
shit.
okay.
We went to Alon A, and she got
The casino.
the casino. Yeah, she got fucking hammered. Okay, and we're sitting there collecting our rewards, and these 2 Asian guys are trying to make the machine work. She comes over there and she's like, "Oh, this is how you do it." You know, she's fucked up. She's like slurring her words, and the Asian guys were like, "Hey, thank you so much. Is there sushi in here? Have you been to Alon A yet?"
No, I haven't.
So there's a casino in the center and then restaurants all the way around the outside. It's like, is there a sushi place in here? She goes, no, I don't think there is. And then like 20 minutes later, we walk by a sushi place. She was like, oh, dang it. So she's fucking hammered, right? And it's like an hour later, we're at the bar and she's ordering shots like a motherfucker. Now she's like obliterated, right? And so we're sitting on these couches and these 2 other Asian guys walk by. And she goes, hey, are you guys still looking for sushi? And it's 2 completely other Asian guys. So she's just fucking
so racist.
Like a racist piece of shit.
Racist.
She's like, hey, are you good? They looked at her like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, are you fucking kidding me? I was like, Maxine, no. But I couldn't like get involved because that made it seem like I was like actually there with her. So I'm like,
Right. I'm just having a drink.
She just sat fucking next to me. I don't know this person. It was so
That's
fucking
amazing.
funny, dude.
Does she remember that next morning?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God. That's like an Asian looking at a white person and be like, hey, do you want some McDonald's?
Totally
Do you want a fucking Big Mac? Okay.
Totally yeah, dude. It was so fucking
God.
funny. But you gotta go to Alon A. It's fucking tight, dude.
I haven't been there, so I had I think it was one of my ex-girlfriends. I seen her Snapchat, and she sent me that, and she was like, yeah, I went there with $30, and she showed me the receipt, and she came back with like $1,500 from playing slots.
Dude, they win all the time. Maxine and Ed go there and win all the time. But
And
here's
there's
my theory on that, okay? So it's a brand new casino, right?
So they make
So
you
they're
win at
paying
first.
out like a motherfucker right now.
Right.
So they
That
hook
makes
people.
sense.
Then they get people to come back, and then next year they're gonna be like,
Sorry.
but now you're addicted because you think you can win. You know
All
what
the
I mean?
time. That's probably
We should just ditch that fucking lid because we're just.
Yeah. All right, folks.
This is a terrible.
Anyways, so that must be like some sort of not like a Ponzi scheme, but
I guarantee
like
it's tech.
like maybe like a marketing thing
Yeah.
where they're like, oh, for the first year, even though Because any business that starts in the red,
Mhm.
unless you're just a fucking millionaire.
Yeah.
But most 98% of fucking businesses start their business owing people money.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Owing people money. So that must be a thing where they're like, okay, for the first year, even though we're in the red, we're gonna fucking draw these people in.
Mhm.
Just a marketing scheme, just advertise like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Not visually, but like money wise.
Yeah.
Like, no, I'm gonna advertise.
You get
yeah,
regulars.
Of course, yeah.
Once you get regulars.
Yeah, you're gonna win all the time.
Yeah,
and then once
exactly.
we're in the green, they're like, shut that shit down,
I
motherfucker.
guarantee you that.
Because the house always wins.
Yeah.
House always wins. So,
I
I'm
can't
curious.
say that's
We should-
100% though, because I played blackjack and I ate so much shit, dude. I
Yeah,
normally I
but-
play really good blackjack. I normally win
Right.
at a blackjack table.
Right.
But dude, I fucking lost $170.
But was
Like,
that
oh my
just
God.
at? But was that just at one casino, or was
That was
that
at
at
this-
multiple?
That was at A1A. Oh,
Yeah.
at multiple casinos that I've won. Yeah.
But see, that's where the statistics
I
need to
haven't-
come in
I haven't-
because
that
that
was the
can't
first time I
just
lost.
be everyone has good luck and bad luck.
Yeah.
But that's a card game that like obviously they outlawed or not outlawed, but counting cards is like a huge thing. So
Yeah.
it's like how do they go around that?
Well,
shit,
I'm really weird.
like
Like, I'll piss people off because I play super conservative. But, so I can sit at the table and it'll take me a lot longer to win than the
Right.
guys that are super hardcore that just go out and fucking.
see, that's me. Huh? Just,
But I'll play the long game, you know what I mean? And it's cool because I love playing the game. So I don't mind playing conservative because I want to sit here and play as much as possible. And
Right.
then I'll walk away with $100 most of the time.
all right, folks.
Let that fucker in.
Yep. All right, folks. Let me just give you a little detail. So this cat
He's a dick.
is a stray cat
Yeah,
that
no,
for
it's
some
good.
reason loves coming into my apartment.
And pissing on everything.
I just don't know why.
He probably pisses on everything.
Well, you know what? I do know why. I'm not gonna lie. I gave him food once, and now he just won't leave. Come here, Divine. We named him Divine after the show Key and Peele when they said Divine shower handle, and then me and my older roommate thought that was funny, so his name is now Divine. His name is probably like Greg or something. That
What the fuck? Hold on.
whoever owns the actual cat, but
Sorry, but that was the first thing you went to is Greg?
Yeah.
Nobody names a cat Greg.
I might have.
Out of the 10 people that watch this, we just lost 5 of them on that.
Yeah,
They're like,
it's
yeah,
like-
these guys are fucking stupid.
Come here.
Dude, I don't fucking care for him.
Come here.
He's super sketchy to me.
So this is Greg.
Big ass cat, dude. Look
Yeah,
at
he
him.
is. He's a monster, but he's a fucking sweetheart. Isn't it weird how like? So do you know why like cats purr and then like bigger cats don't purr? They roar. So they have glands in their throat. So when a cat like goes meow or like purrs, their glands are so close together that they rub together.
What?
But then bigger cats, since they're bigger, the glands spread apart, and so they can't touch. So that's why they go roar and they growl instead of purr.
That's a fucking trip.
It's a
I didn't
weird
know
fact. Yeah, you know
that. Why
what?
do you know
Factoid.
Why do you know so much about cats? Are you like a cat fan?
I love pussy.
Oh my god! Here
That's
we
it.
go.
That's it.
No,
I love vaginas. So yeah, no, it was just one of those like weird like Snapple facts. They just kind of learn, and
Yeah.
you're like, I don't know why I know this,
Shit,
but
do people still drink Snapple?
A Snapple
loved it.
even-
When I was like 14, 15
I didn't
years
like it.
old, I was
The
like,
only
Snapple.
reason I bought Snapple was because of the lid.
Yeah.
That's such
was
a
it.
good marketing scheme. God damn
Do
it.
they still do like you win off of 20-ounce sodas? Do you remember that? You could 20-ounce sodas. You would buy one. You twist the cap, and you either say you're a winner or you're a loser, and you could turn the cap in, and they would give you another free soda. It was like the lollipops
I remember-
with the Indian
with
on
the
it. Do you remember
with
that?
the star. With
Was
the
it the
star.
star? I thought
Yeah,
it
it
was
was
an
the
Indian
star.
that was shooting an arrow.
Sure.
But you know how you would turn the wrapper and you'd be like, "Fuck yeah, I got myself another
Yeah.
lollipop." Yeah, I hope he
Yeah,
shits
no,
in your face right now.
I'm just eating asshole during the
Fucking
first
hate
podcast. Fucking
Dude, he's like fucking head down, ass
yeah.
up.
This is a dude, by the way. So I guess I'm gay. No, so yeah, I remember like growing up, getting those fucking lollipops, and actually seeing the star. I'm like, oh shit! And you go back in, and it was so funny. I remember one time I grew up in Alaska, everyone, and I remember one time we went to a gas station called just in case. That was the gas station's name, just in case. Like, literally. They spelt it differently, but that was the actual name of it. And I go
Did
in.
Justin own it?
Probably. Probably.
Just a dude named Justin.
Scooter and Black.
Red. We need Yellow Band. Yellow Band, help us. That was stupid. That was a Joe Rogan
I think
reference. He's like
Red Band!
So much cooler than us. But anyways,
so yeah, I remember one time I went to the gas station called Just In Case. I spent 50 cents on a lollipop. Might have been 25 cents.
I think it was 25 cents.
And got the star, came back, got another lollipop, and I did this probably 4 or 5 times.
You got the star every time?
Every time.
What?
For like 6 times.
So that's like the kid equivalent of winning at the casino.
Yeah, and the guy, like, I remember going up for like the 5th or 6th time, the guy's like, "Are you using the same wrapper? There's no way." And I was like,
"You keep my wrappers, motherfucker."
Yeah,
that's illogical.
I was like, "What are you talking about, dude? I'm fucking 7 years old, bro."
It's like there's some sleight of hand shit going on here.
Yeah, so it was an experience. Hi, handsome man.
Is this light on for a reason?
No, probably not. All right, so we're in the middle of the podcast. My family just came home.
Hey, Snow.
Hey, Snow.
Don't even start.
I'm playing.
All right.
Now I made her angry.
We're not playing.
Do you have a cat here too?
Yeah, there's a cat in here.
Yeah, he's our guest today. He's cheap.
Okay. Anyways.
We were talking about the rapper.
Yeah, but fuck the rapper.
Dude, did you ever go in though and like fish around it before you open it? Before you even bought it, you're like
little twisties. No.
Yeah.
I'm
like
probably
17 unraveled lollipops.
No, just because I knew if I seen a lollipop kind of like half unrolled, I'm like, no, I'm probably gonna die.
Mom and Dad taught us that.
Yeah. No, Mom's like, nope, don't get that one. There's a needle in there. Yeah. So, I don't know. I probably did it like once or twice, but probably not very often. But,
dude, I was such a nice kid. I never did shit like that. Like,
yeah, see,
something happened.
That's why I like you.
I don't know what happened.
You're the nice conservative kid that I can tell
used
grew up
to
like
be.
that.
Like,
And I'm the fucking asshole that grew up just destroying people's property. And now I think about like all the times I just like fucked up as a kid.
Well, I was
and not like
teenager.
Intentionally, you know, like you just, I fucking growing up, you go around and you're like, oh, Christmas lights, and you fucking break those.
No, I didn't have that urge.
Yeah,
that's kind of you are a piece of shit. Like, you just see someone's property, you're like, yeah, I want to destroy that. I didn't have
Yeah, so I did that a few times, and sorry for whoever's property I damaged. Now as an adult, like I drove home from work the other day, and I like looked at someone putting up their like the big blow up.
Yeah, people take pride in that shit.
And then I'm like, and I literally passed by that, and like as the dude's setting it up, and I'm like I'm sitting there kind of saying like silent prayer. I'm like, God, please don't let anyone pop those because. I just think of me now, how hard I work. Like, he probably spent a couple $100 on that.
Oh, yeah, and that's a lot, dude.
And then just to have it just get fucked up, like, out of nowhere. It's like, holy fuck, dude.
And it's Christmas.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why, but as a kid, you don't think about that.
I did.
Like, as a kid, for me, it's like, I can't speak for all kids, but for me, most kids
are just trying to be cool.
Or just like, you kind of have that weird sense of like, oh, parents can buy anything, because that's how parents kind of respond to their children. You know what I mean? Like,
they don't tell you about the struggles. They had their struggles, so you think, oh, we're like struggling.
Parents mainly make kids think like, oh, I'm made of money. Like, regardless, even though they're not,
because you don't want to put the stress of your financial situation.
You can't, and that would be
a terrible childhood.
That would, welcome to America.
Like, dude, I'm like 7, but I know I'm broke. Like, I'm fucking hella broke, dude.
But that would just cause so much more stress. And so that's like with him, like with Trip, my son, he'll be like, Dad, can we go to the store and will you buy me candy? And I'm like, yeah, dude. Even though I only have like $5 left. What's up, buddy?
What up, Trip?
So this is my son.
He's like, dude, he's hiding behind my head.
Did you have fun? How are the pictures?
an ass.
He was an ass?
He was an ass.
And then he just walks into the view.
No, Bubba. You can't open your presents because Santa...
Yo, dog. We're gonna edit this out.
Come here now. What did I tell you?
Alright, so...
Anyways, it's 3:30. We could cut it off.
In half an hour, right?
We gotta leave at 4:15.
It's about 45 minutes? Or do you want to
So
cut it off
I
before?
want to review it.
Okay.
So I want to have enough time to review
Let's
it.
get about 10 minutes more in.
Yeah.
And then we'll,
And then we'll go through it.
do it.
Review it.
Okay.
Dude, I don't even
Hey,
know
will
how
you
we
go in the
got
room
on.
with Mama, please? Please. You want my phone?
Trip, have you ever seen this?
It's right there.
Have you seen this?
Over there. On the table. On the table.
It's like not
On the
that big.
table. You can go get it, sweetie. Yeah, there's a password.
And I halfway know it.
What are you scratching my cigarettes for?
Because I knew. I gave you 4 last night. Shut up.
I do have to say one thing. I love that there's a snowflake on your shirt right now.
Yeah, you better put yourself right
Give me
there.
my phone so I can unlock it, dum-dum.
Where's that payment?
Dude, yo, dog, I'm just not.
I'm not feeling your butthole right now.
Seriously. This is like the most unprofessional podcast in the world.
Cool, let's say 4:30-ish.
Not.
No, say 5:30-ish.
Sorry, just saw your message.
Okay, alright, let's go. Okay, so, back for the Beavers. Sorry about that interruption. That's my family. This is our first podcast, so we don't
Super
quite
on the fly.
have...
Yeah.
We don't have a studio yet, but it's gonna be a thing. It's going to we're actually planning on buying a studio here pretty soon, which seems unlikely. And I'm totally making things up right now. But if you guys like, subscribe, hit the button, hit the bell, then we can afford that. And we'll just
Probably not.
Probably not because we don't make very much money. But
you know what we can
but
do?
if we get enough subscribers to help us finance or pay for our own studios, we will personally contact the first subscribers that helped us get as many views as we will have, and we will bring you out for a podcast interview.
Yeah, Matt's
that is for sure a thing. Absolutely. I will call you on the phone I don't have, and we will contact you. We'll send an owl. We might.
That's Harry Potter. I don't think that's
I know.
a pigeon. A pigeon. I think pigeon. Dove.
I don't know.
One of those fucking birds will show up at your house.
Some bird
hand you a note.
Some bird will show up at your house, and you'll be like, "Holy shit,
this fucking bird!
Fuck this bird!" And you'll probably shoot it. But am I getting dark? Am I getting too dark?
Like, dude, I'm telling you, if a badass bird shows up in my house and is just like, "Dude, what's up?" And he's got like some letter, I'm not just gonna be like, "Shoot it!" Like, that's not my first reaction.
Yeah, that's true. I'm too American. I need to move somewhere first, and then
holy shit,
then do this. Okay,
but no, what I was saying is, you know, I have like a tiny house boner all the time. I fucking love tiny houses. Like, anything comes on about tiny houses, and I
just like boners. By the way, that's just a thing.
Now that I have captivated my audience with the boner thing,
yeah, that's the thing.
Which this is my audience because somebody's gonna fucking watch this shit. But anyways, think about it though. Like, you could get a tough shed. You can get like a nice tough shed, a decent one for like $1,200. Okay, like a good one, and you could put a studio in there, and it wouldn't be that much. Like, you could get a studio that you own. You don't have to rent. You could do it for $4,000. You could put a nice fucking studio together.
Yeah, but how big though? Because
even if it's 10 by 12, we put a fucking desk in there, some office chairs, some dildos.
I love dildos.
I do too.
I fucking love them.
Dude, you know what I was thinking about? Speaking of dildos, I was thinking about getting somebody a Jack in the Box. Okay.
Like the whole company?
No,
You're just like, hey,
not like,
here's a franchise, motherfucker.
No, like
okay.
And it pops out.
Okay,
taking the jack off. I didn't even plan that. And then screwing a dildo in on that spring.
Oh my god!
So they go, dude, and it's like, dude, big old fucking wiener in your face. Wouldn't that be awesome? Be like,
Just
oh
a
my
fucking
god.
Instant, we'll call it patent pending. Insta
Insta-dick. I don't fucking know.
No. Insta, what's it?
Mushroom stamp.
Insta mushroom stamp.
Dude, that's actually an awesome idea.
Yes, keep talking. Talk to the camera.
Well, we should probably review pretty soon.
Nope,
Here.
talk to the camera.
Dude, this is gonna be poorly edited too. I keep doing these things where I'm like, yeah, we'll edit this shit, but
We will
neither one of
eventually.
us know how to edit, so it's probably just gonna be like mid-conversation, cut, next thing, cut, next thing, cut.
Nope, this is gonna be raw. Because
Well, we can always-
a lot of the people that have successful podcasts, if you watch their first videos, it's all raw.
as fuck.
No
Look
one
at Joe
edits-
Rogan, dude.
yeah.
Joe Rogan was just him staring, like he didn't even know how to work it.
TV screen. He was
Red Man was literally
Oh,
like shoulder in the camera, fucking with that. Shout out to Joe Rogan, by the way. He'll never fucking watch this, but I fucking love you, man. The
Never
greatest the king of podcasts. Like
Gangster.
seriously, dude. I
You-
fucking love that guy.
he has paved the way not only for original people but for a lot of comedians.
Oh yeah, he started Tom Segura. He made Tom Segura start his.
Yeah.
He made Bert start his.
Yep.
Ari Shaffir.
Yeah.
All of them have their own podcast now
And,
and side income because of it.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Dude, Joe's a stud, man. I fucking love
He is
him.
a stud. I wish someday, Joe Rogan, I'm calling you out right now, someday we are going to be on your podcast. 100% true. I'm calling the future. We're going to be on your podcast. Not because we are special or have anything to give you, but I feel like we together are kind of similar to your thought process.
Oh, we're curious.
We
constantly.
question
Yeah,
everything.
absolutely. That
We're
was literally one of
very
the shows.
open about every
Yeah.
certain concept that gets brought up. And
Absolutely.
even if we are so strong about a certain topic,
We'll still invite some opposing view and listen to it.
absolutely,
Because that's how you get better. I
Absolutely.
hate
And if I
closed-minded
get,
people.
and that's what I love about Joe. If we get proved wrong, we'll fucking absolutely be like, you know what, I was
Yeah.
wrong.
That's how Joe is too, though. Like Joe is, he's an open book. He listens to everybody, and that's what's cool about him. You know. Yeah, I agree with that. Anyways, we got just Joe Rogan boners.
Yeah, you know,
But
I got a big old heart on for you, buddy. But
God,
can't wait to meet you with my cock.
did you did you listen to that one with the meat eater?
Yes, the
He
carnivore
really-
podcast.
yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Dude was cool.
that's
though.
interesting. Yeah.
How do you survive? He asked. The one thing I didn't like about it is that he asked him 4 times, like 4 or 5 times. Hey, do you do supplementation? Like, hey, do you do? And the guy always found a way around it. He would never answer the question directly, and it started to piss me off because that was the main question all of us are thinking: is okay, can you survive off of pure meat diet?
But
That's the
obviously you
question.
can. So obviously, so what?
But why wouldn't you answer the supplementation thing?
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying?
I
You just gotta give
can't.
it
I
some-
can't answer that question personally. But for me, if you look back on like pure carnivores, like they only eat meat, they still sustain a
Well, if you think about
like a,
I get what you're saying, like the evolution of humans. So like back in primal times where we just ate whatever the fuck we had, right?
Yeah.
I bet you our bodies can adjust to pretty much any fucking diet. I mean, honestly, no, I don't want that.
No.
Like fuck that shit. Anyways, I feel like our bodies can naturally adjust to almost any diet because we're super resilient, dude. Think
Oh,
about all the
absolutely.
shit we've gone through.
Yeah.
So I think it is possible, but what are the health issues? Like, is it?
right. But that's with any diet. Look at like
our
the
diets are
ketogenic
trash.
diet.
I
Look
love
at vegan. Look at vegetarian, and then look at the whole carnivore, or just look at the natural American diet. There's
is
always
fucking
pros
garbage.
and cons to every single thing that you strictly eat.
I do.
There's never just like, oh, this is the best. There's always
No.
pros and cons.
Absolutely,
Always.
but I think the best would be if you got blood work done, okay, and
Yeah,
you
that's where
analyzed everything that your body needs, and you supplemented with your diet, not with supplements, but with your diet,
Yeah.
and got all of your blood levels perfect, like your hormone levels were exactly right, your fucking everything was, all your vitamins and everything, that would be the ultimate diet.
They would make that into a company,
But
then they would make you pay a shit ton for that.
But the issue with that
But
is
if
that everybody's different.
Yeah, but
So
if scientists figured out the perfect diet for a human being, they would market that.
100%.
They
They
would
would
market
ruin
the
it.
fuck out of
They
that.
would ruin it, is
Yeah.
what they would do.
Absolutely.
You can't make a universal diet for everybody.
And that's the whole thing. That's the whole thing, is you can't, everyone's different. Yeah, exactly. And that's why, there's all these personal trainers or like gold people, like it's all just trying to figure out what fits you the best. And that's why everyone's different. And so like when people go to like say personal trainers and they start working out and they're like, the person's like, oh, I don't see any results. It's because they're not getting the exact science of what your body type needs.
I think blood work's super important. If you got blood work done and you figured out where you're lacking, like I know personally, every winter, I get the winter gloom. Like I'm fucking super depressed as soon as winter hits, and I know it's because of lack of vitamin D. So I don't have to get blood work done because I know my body. So I immediately start taking vitamin D as soon as I feel shitty.
Right.
So, but if people would like actually pay attention to their body, I feel like fast food chains wouldn't even exist.
And see, it's funny.
You feel like shit after you eat that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely. And it's funny you say that because I personally, like you say, when winter starts to come, you feel like shit. You're more depressed. I think there's more chemicals in your brain that make you feel like that. You're like, oh fuck, I'm stuck home. But since I was born in Alaska, so when winter hits, I'm like, I get excited. I'm like, oh shit, like
snow.
I see snow, rain, cold weather. I'm like, oh, it's so fun. Yeah. But that's because of your surroundings.
That makes sense.
It's that's how you grew up.
Yeah.
So they did a scientific study. If you literally have a newborn baby and drop him anywhere in the world, not literally drop him, slowly put the baby down. In any surrounding area in the world, it will evolve and adapt to that scenario.
That goes back to the resilience of human life. We've always been like that. We've always adapted to every situation.
Exactly. But that's what I'm saying, though. So, like, you say you don't like winter.
Yeah.
And that's a thing. You know? But I love winter. And why is that? Because where we were born.
Yeah, exactly.
And you get, especially growing up, they say the most important years of a toddler's life is from 3 to 5. Mm-hmm. Like when they're growing up, because that's when they start to become aware of their surroundings and like who they're interacting with.
I'm like analyzing how I was with Malachi from 3 to 5. I'm like, I hope I did really good.
And that's the hard thing.
If I fucked him up for life, I'm I feel like I've been good with him. I don't know.
And that's the thing too, is like, especially being a parent, like I think about that all the time. Like it was like a couple days ago, I came home from work and heard some person on the radio talking about kids and how you should raise them and stuff. And I'm like, fuck, dude, like, did I raise my son right?
Yeah, dude.
Did I raise my son right? Like, it's so hard.
Honestly, though, like, okay, so if I'm on my deathbed and I failed at everything, my career fucking bombs, this podcast gets 1 fucking view, whatever, everything I try at fails.
Yeah.
As long as my son can look me in the face and say, Dad, you were the best fucking dad I could ever ask for, I'm totally content with that. I'm okay moving on to whatever's next. Exactly. As long as I do good with my kids.
Yep.
That's all I fucking care about. But then, when you care about it that much, you start overanalyzing everything. You're like,
what I could have done better.
It fucking sucks, man.
Yeah. But
so many nights I've laid in my bed.
And see, that's the thing. So, to add on top of that, growing up, I fucking hated my dad. Sorry, Dad, if you ever listen to this, but
Mr. Bradley, I love you.
I hated you. Like, you were the worst dad. But the one thing that stuck with me my whole entire life, you looked at me, you sat me down and said, when you have your own child or multiple kids, you will understand the decisions I've made.
Oh, 100%.
And since I had my son, I literally went to my dad a couple of years ago, once I had Trip, my son, and looked at him in the face and was like, "You're totally right. Like everything you did was 100%. Like I'm so glad. Like not in the moment, like I was pissed, but now thinking back on it, did everything right.
No,
like,
100%. I had we both, everybody's got daddy issues. I feel like everybody.
Oh
does.
yeah,
but you don't start to understand a lot until you're in that position. I mean, that's with anything. But once you're in that position, you start thinking about, holy shit, my dad would have reacted the same way I just reacted to my kid. You know, and you're like, I would have been pissed about that, but this is how I'm supposed to react. I feel like
the weirdest thing that I found was like I'll make certain like movements or like mannerisms, and I'll be like, oh, and I'll get up from a chair, and I'll like get up and like, holy fuck, I'm just like
That's
my dad.
Funny, dude.
Holy shit! Even though I wanted to avoid being like him as much as possible, genetically, I am so much like him, dude. Like you can't. Fuck the apple from the tree. Like, I am the tree, and my dad is the tree. Like, there's no separation. Like,
but if we all evolved thinking the same way, like, okay, so I'm gonna do what my dad did, I think right, then I'm gonna do what I think he did wrong. I'm gonna do it better. If we all evolved that way as parents, this world would be so much better place.
No.
I think it would be a better place if we constantly tried to be the good things that our parents were.
The same person?
No, not the same person. But we were trying to react and parent the good things that he did. Try to do the good things, but the bad things that you think he did, try to improve upon those. If we constantly did that, I feel like it would turn out to be a better.
Yes, and no. And the only reason I say that is because, for me, like emotionally, mentally, and physically, and spiritually, like just from viewing how my dad acted towards me, not only as a parent, but how we interacted with each other, and seeing now, like as an adult perspective, like seeing how his mistakes affected me, it made me grow. And so I feel like, yes, you are right, but at the same time, you're wrong, because if we didn't have those mistakes, I don't feel like humanity as the whole world, I don't think we would ever evolve if we all thought exactly the same. We need those other pieces of shit, weird thinkers, whatever you want to call it. We need those people to leap us forward. You know what I mean?
But there is an extreme number of pieces of shit nowadays.
Oh, absolutely.
Compared to before, I feel like there's way more pieces of shit now. And it's like, what happened? What happened
the
to
government happened.
I'm
not trying.
The
government, motherfucker. Okay.
I'm going to listen to this point of view. I'm just going to shut up because I'm curious.
So I'm not trying to be some weird conspiratorial person. I'm not. That's not my intention. But at the same time, every generation forms the next generation.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So for us, our parents formed the way we almost, like as a child, they formed how we were going to think, and then, it becomes natural.
Yeah.
So it's like for us, since our parents formed this way of thinking and how life runs and how things are, with like morals and emotional, like it's going to be the same thing with our offspring. It's going to be the exact same thing. We need to step up and be like, look at our last generation, be like, you know what, we fucked up over here, or they fucked up over here, so let's fix that, and then let's continue to grow. So,
but how's the government involved in that? That's what I'm trying to say. You kind of lost track of that one, huh?
No.
Or did you just get?
It's more of like,
if I were to,
not like rules or anything, but like certain, like how they. Okay, example. Let's look at how the government reacted in the 1900s compared to how they react now.
Yeah.
It's way fucking different. Yeah. Way fucking different. Yeah. And so every generation is going to have a new concept of rules and ideals and how you should act, and they're going to try and control you a certain way. And so,
So you take more of like a libertarian approach, like less government is better, which I agree with.
Well, not less government.
But like staying the fuck out of people's lives.
I don't know what it's called, but for me, it's more of like, I feel like they just put these rules in place that they don't actually sit down and like, all right, let's have an actual educated, conscious decision about this. It's just like, let's just throw the shit up in the air, and whoever catches it, if it fucking lands in your hand, let's fucking rule this shit. So I don't think that's how it should be.
What I had this thought though while you were talking is that maybe maybe there's always been, there has always been pieces of shit, like a whole large number of pieces of shit that are just doing fucked up things constantly.
Yep.
But maybe now we see that there's more pieces of shit, but really there's not.
Aware.
Yeah, because we
of
have
social
constant media.
Yep.
We got TV shoving it in our face. We got our phones. We're fucking glued to our phones. So maybe there's the same amount of pieces of shit. It's just now we see it constantly.
Right.
So maybe
compared
it's
to back
same.
in the day.
Yeah.
It probably is. It probably was and is the same thing back in the day, but now everyone has the availability to be able to view what's going on in the world,
But when you were growing up, though, like in the 90s, it was like, dude, my parents weren't afraid to let me walk around when I was like 10 years old, dude. I just do whatever the fuck I wanted outside, as long as it was home before the streetlights went down. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Woo! Dude, my parents weren't fucking
streetlights, motherfucker.
My parents weren't fucking worried constantly that I was gonna get raped and murdered.
No, not at all.
But me, I'm fucking constantly scared that Malachi's gonna get like murdered, like something terrible's gonna happen.
Yeah,
because is the world worse, or are we just more paranoid because we're getting the shit shoved down our throat?
That's good.
You know what I mean?
That's good. I like that.
Do you know what I'm saying?
That's really good. That's a good thing to think about. Because I'm the same way. Even Trip, my son, playing in the backyard, it's a closed, fenced area. Obviously, you guys can't see this, but I will still sit there and watch him. Whereas me growing up, especially in Alaska, it's all woods.
Yeah.
It's everywhere. And my parents would literally look at me and be like, don't come back inside until the street lights are on.
Yeah.
In Alaska during the summer.
Your dad's like got a fucking Mickey's in his hand. He's like, God
damn it, son! The street lights come on at 3 in Alaska. So I don't know if they were trying to do it, but it was just weird thing to say.
Yeah, that is a weird
but,
thing to say.
Do you want a beer?
We gotta wrap this thing up in like 7 minutes, but I'll have a beer.
Let's alright. Let's get some beer.
Beer ski! I don't know how long it takes to get from here to...
Where are we at right now?
We're at 3:53. I don't know, 37 minutes into this podcast. So
yeah, this is a good podcast.
I feel like it's actually going better than I thought it was going to. Here, I'm gonna type in the address real fast. So, dude, something super annoying. So, same Mac. I'm getting my wife a MacBook for Christmas. Same MacBook.
Good husband.
One guy's selling one for $100 less than the other. I hit him up. He didn't text me back. I'm like, fuck, fine. I'll just go after the one that's texting me back. So, dude gives me the address. We already ready to meet up. And soon as I say, cool, man, I'll see you there, other dude texts me and says, sorry, I didn't get your text. When do you want to meet? And because I'm not a piece of shit, now I have to spend the extra $100 to get the one that I already agreed upon. Because I can't just be like, sorry, dude, other plans. Like, I feel like such a dick when I do shit like that.
And it's weird just like that exchange for money, for product. Like, especially when you don't know someone, you're like, oh, I don't know if I should be, like, formal. Like, every time I've sold something on this certain website,
I mean, it's not like we're famous. There's gonna be like 7 people watching.
It doesn't matter. They could pull this content just for us not saying.
Okay,
so, there's a certain website for
Shopper
money.
Up. It's Shopper Up.
Sounds like Shopper Up.
Offer Down.
It sounds like Offer Down. Yeah, so every time I've sold something on there, someone will hit me up and be like, hey, I'd like to, they're super formal. I'm like, hey, I'd like to buy this, here and there and for this amount of money and stuff. And then it's like, I almost don't know how to react. Like, I do, obviously, I just want to, like, text them back and be like, all right, cool, motherfucker, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's how I naturally am, but at the same time,
hold on. It's not how you naturally are, because you just used a black person's voice. Let's be honest with that. You're like, cool, motherfucker. Like, that's how I naturally am.
No, but you know how I text you compared to how I text other people, Like, you'll hit me up and you'll be like, what's up, bitch? I'm like, what's up, faggot?
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean? And that's like when someone I don't know, they'll,
which, by the way, we're not sexist or
racist at all.
I have gay friends.
I love them.
I don't personally.
Wow.
What? I don't personally have gay friends, but if a gay person wanted to be friends, I would have no problem with it.
I actually do. I actually grew up with my, not going to say names, but my old roommates. His brother, I knew him since the 3rd grade. And even till this day, like, he came out in probably around freshman, sophomore year, and I'm still friends with him. Like, it didn't change anything. So,
Well, it shouldn't, though.
No,
I mean,
not
if
at all.
it did, you would be a piece of shit.
absolutely. But,
Okay, so from here, it's gonna take. Dude, do you get sketchy about 26 minutes? You get sketchy about
you driving?
putting.
Yes.
Yeah, I get
Yeah.
sketchy.
I don't like him driving, by the way.
Okay,
So,
it's not that I'm a bad driver; it's that I push things too far. But it's only when you're in the car. I'm just like, hey, watch this.
that's what best friends are for.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Remember when you were in the Corsica and it was all snowing
Oh,
outside?
dear Lord.
Dude,
Yeah.
he's
He was like,
bombing
okay.
this corner, and I look down and I'm like, this is a good idea. Fucking rip the e-brake. It's fucking snowy as shit outside.
Not
Maybe fucking
not
no.
a good idea.
Rip the
But-
e-brake, and you,
But I was
fucking
cool.
Mario Andretti over here. He's not a drifter. That's a poor. Ken Block over here.
Ken Block.
I fucking
That's
ripped
good.
the e-brake, and he's like. And he's like, what the fuck just happened? I was like, dude, I ripped the e-brake. I was like planning to crash.
It was cool.
I don't know what I was thinking.
It was really scary, to be honest.
I'm like, what the
But
fuck?
as soon as I like knew what you were doing and got control, I'm like, like I kind of got cocky. I'm like, I can do this all day.
Well, do it
motherfucker.
again. I want you to do that on
Do it again, bitch.
Every sketchy situation, pull the e-brake.
Yeah.
All right, let's close this shit out.
Okay.
You guys just endured through the first Matt and Aaron Monday podcast.
All right.
It's probably terrible. I'm sorry about the quality. We're going to get it figured out. This is the first episode. We're just doing this shit for fun. If you liked it, hit like and subscribe, please.
And hit the ding, hit the bell button.
We want to do this. We like doing this
Every
shit.
time.
We're fucking drinking
and then
and
also, if you have anything that you guys suggest that we talk about, then let us know in the comments. Our channel is called Disabled Comments, which is kind of ironic, but at the same time, if you guys watch this, view this, like, subscribe, hit the bell button so you get the notifications. If you guys have anything you want us to talk about,
Unless it's stupid.
even if it's stupid, I'll punch him in the face. But, yeah, if you have anything you want us specifically to talk about, maybe discuss, then let us know in the comments below. And look at his dick. And then thank you guys so much. We love you. We'll be back.
Matt and Aaron out.
Matt and Aaron, bitches!